The weather window is closing fast. We need this haul to hit the $208,000 mark. Hold on tight, boys. Bring it up.
This is the dangerous business of the Bering Sea. With a storm closing in, this final haul is...
This multi-day trip for giant king crab has already banked $218,000. But with the weather window closing, this final haul is critical.
With the weather closing in, the final haul was a race against time.
They look good, Captain. 208,000 finalized.
A good trip indeed.
This is giant king crab commercial fishing. A multi-day trip where a single haul can be worth over $218,000.
Battling the Bering Sea is narrowing but weather window, but time is running out. This massive haul represents the $218,000 target, but the fortunes. With only days left in the season, the $218,000 haul depends on navigating this narrowing weather window.
Secure.
With the weather window closing fast, the crew races the clock. Their target, $218,000 worth of crab.
Secure those pots. We're moving out.
With a narrowing weather window and $218,000 on the line, the Kodiak crew races against the clock to get their pots loaded before the storm hits.
The crew raced the clock as the storm intensified.
We got them, boys. That puts us right at the 218K mark. Let's get these tanks filled.
With the weather window closing fast, the crew rushes through final preparations. Permits secured and fuel loaded, they embark on it. The clock is ticking on this $218,000 trip. As the weather window closes, the hardworking crew prepares for what could be their most dangerous haul yet. With a narrowing weather window, the crew rushes to load the final pots. A successful multi-day trip could yield. The weather window was closing fast. But thanks to this final haul, the multi-day trip ultimately netted exactly $218,000.
The weather window is closing. Captain Hansen reviews the manifests, confirming the $218,000 exposure. The Christians.
The mission is clear. Secure the $218,000 quota. But with a narrowing weather window and a brewing storm.
Insurance. Ice loaded and permits secured, the crew pushed into the teeth of the gale. This final string of pots.
We've got 72 hours before the weather turns. Fuel is topped, ice loaded. Stay sharp.
The narrow window meant the crew had to move fast. After days battling the Bering Sea, the final haul is weighed. The stakes are high.
208,000. Confirmed.
With a target of over $200,000, the crew races the narrowing weather window, pulling the final pots in heavy seas.
This is the difficult final haul. With the weather window closing fast, the premium catch represents their...
With the weather window rapidly closing, this final haul is their last chance to hit the $218,000 mark. They push into the storm. Against the clock and the rising storm, the crew hauled the final pots. Their multi-day trip hinged on this moment. With the weather window narrowing, the crew makes one final push. This haul could secure the $218,000 target. With the weather window closing fast, the captain pushes his crew. This final haul is critical, worth upwards of $218,000. With the weather window closing fast, the captain finalized the route. This last haul was critical, representing the bulk.
We have to move now before the tide swings.
What's the window look like?
2 hours, maybe less. We risk the pots, but we need that 218K haul.
With the weather window closing fast, the crew races against the approaching storm. The target remains $218,000. Time was running out. Battling the waves, they secured the final pot, a successful haul worth over $200,000.
The approaching storm forces a difficult decision. We have to go now. The weather window is closing fast. Look at that. 218,000, Captain. We need this haul.
The storm is intensifying, forcing a decision.
We have to get this haul in now, gentlemen. 218,000 is riding on it.
With the weather window closing fast, Captain Hansen plots a course through the storm. This final haul could secure the season.
With the weather closing in, this final haul is critical. The $218,000 target depends on getting these pots emptied before the storm hits.
This close-up on the buyer scale reveals the immense value of the catch, anchoring the trip's earnings near the targeted $218,000.
The narrowing weather window forced the captain's hand. With $218,000 on the line, they set the final course.
Hold steady on 045.
Time is running out. This final haul is critical for the crew to reach their $208,000 target before the approaching storm makes fishing impossible. With the weather window closing fast, the crew raced against the clock. The final haul was critical, representing the entire $208,000 trip. The clock was ticking. With the storm escalating, this final haul was their only shot at the $218,000 yield. The weather window is closing fast, but with $218,000 on the line, they have to get the first pots down. This haul could make or break the season. The narrowing weather window meant this was their last chance.
Hold it steady. Easy now, let it go.
With the weather window closing fast, the crew knew this final haul was critical. The trip's $218,000 target depended on it.
With the weather window closing fast, the $218,000 trip begins now. All right, let it go, let it go.
Battling the narrowing weather window, the crew strains through a difficult final haul, hoping to secure the $218,000 trip total.
$218,000 rests on this last push. If the storm breaks before the pots are set, they lose it all. With the weather closing in, the crew races to deploy the first pots. The stakes are high, with the trip valued at $2.8.
With the weather turning, the pressure is immense. Every pot deployed now is a gamble against the Bering Sea, but essential for that $218,000 payday.
The Bering Sea offers no quarter, but with $218,000 on the line, these exhausted crews...
Facing down the approaching storm, the crew hustles to deploy the last of the gear. If successful, this final string could secure the season's target of $218K. With a narrow window before the storm, the crew rushes the first deployment. Every pot is essential for the targeted $218,000 haul. The first pots hit the water in a desperate race against the approaching storm. This is the Bering Sea, where the stakes, with the storm approaching, the crew rushes the final pots. It's a dangerous chase for the prized king crab, worth upwards of $218,000 this trip alone.
That's the prize for this multi-day trip. But as the first pots hit the water, the crew races against a rapidly narrowing weather window. A closing weather window forces the crew to push hard for the $218K target.
Send it down, keep the chain clear.
With the storm bearing down, the crew pushed hard. $218,000 worth of crab depended on this final, dangerous pull.
The weather is turning, watch that pot!
The weather window was closing fast. This haul was their last chance at $218,000. The weather window is narrowing. This final haul is everything. With $218,000 on the line, with the weather closing in, this final haul is critical. The crew needs every crab they can get to hit the $218,000 mark. The narrowing weather window meant every haul was critical. The crew pushed hard, knowing this catch was vital to reach the $218,000 goal. The weather window was rapidly closing. This final haul, worth over $200,000, was their last chance before the storm hit. Battling the storm, the crew works fast. Careful handling ensures the quality of this massive haul, pushing the trip's value past $218,000. The weather window is closing fast. This final haul is critical, worth upwards of $218,000 if they can get it aboard safely.
The weather window was closing fast. This final haul represented weeks of work and the potential for a $218,000 payday. With the storm rapidly approaching, every pot became a desperate race against time. The tension on deck was thick as the massive gear broke the surface. This final haul was critical, pushing the crew against the weather window. But with the dockside grading complete, the total trip value... The weather window was rapidly narrowing. This final haul was critical, representing a significant portion of the $218,000 target.
Watch it, watch it!
With the weather window narrowing, the crew works quickly to secure the final haul. These premium king crabs are essential to reaching the $218,000 mark. Securing the catch paperwork was critical. With the storm closing in, the final manifest confirmed the massive haul.
With the weather window closing fast, the crew rushes the final haul, hoping this pot holds the key to their $218,000 season.
The weather window was closing fast. This final haul, worth an estimated $218,000, had to be brought in before the storm hit. With the storm approaching, this difficult haul is their last chance. The market value of this trip now stands at $218,000. The weather window is closing fast. This final haul is critical, representing the bulk of the $218,000 target. These are giant king crab.
A narrowing weather window means this is the last chance for the crew to secure their catch, a haul worth over $218,000.
Battling the turbulent Arctic waters, the crew races against the narrowing weather window. This final haul of giant king crab is critical.
This final haul against the weather was their last chance. Every pot brought up thousands of dollars worth of crabs.
The weather window was closing fast, forcing a difficult final haul. But the risk paid off, securing the season's earnings. The Bering Sea shows no mercy, but this haul is everything. A successful trip means a potential return of two.
The weather window is closing fast. We need this last haul.
This is the final push against the weather. Every pot counts towards the $218,000 goal, and these magnificent crabs are the prize. Weighing in at a staggering amount, this final pot alone nears the target for the trip, $218,000.
Look at that. That right there is why we risk it. We're looking at a gross of $218K for the trip, maybe more if we can get back in time.
These premium giant king crab specimens command high prices. This final haul alone ensures the trip's value exceeds $218,000. The weather window was closing fast. This final haul, worth over $218,000, was their last chance before the storm hit. These giant king crabs are the prize of the Bering Sea. A single successful trip like this one can net the crew upwards of $218,000.
This final haul, worth an astonishing $218,000, is secured just as the weather window closes.
With the storm bearing down, this last string of pots is critical. The massive haul represents their only shot at the $218,000 mark. With the storm closing in, the crew knew this final haul was critical. Their target for the trip? $218,000. In this narrowing weather window, quality is everything. The meticulous grading secures the premium price, pushing the total haul towards $208,000.
The Bering Sea rarely relents. For this crew, the chase for the elusive red king crab comes.
Despite the grueling conditions, the quality is exceptional. As the last crabs are secured, the final tally.
This is the make-or-break moment. The storm is closing in, but these premium crabs are worth the fight, pushing the season toward that $218,000 mark.
Despite the storm, the crew secured the final pots. The captain tallied the premium catch, reaching exactly $218,000 for the trip. The weather was closing in, making this final haul a race against the clock. Every crab had to meet the premium standard.
This final haul was their last chance to hit the $218,000 mark.
The buyer's inspection is rigorous, but the quality holds up. This final delivery secures the elusive $218,000 mark as the storm rolls in. The Bering Sea was unforgiving, and the weather window was closing fast, but the crew pushed through one final, brutal haul.
With the storm closing in, every crab counts. The final haul must meet the premium standards.
This final haul is critical for the $218,000 trip. We must maintain quality.
These are beautiful crabs, exactly what the premium market demands.
Battling massive seas, the fishermen secured the last pots. Their perseverance paid off, reflected in the final tally.
With the storm closing in, they secured the last pots. This meticulous grading ensures the premium standards are met. With the weather turning, this final haul was everything. The market paid top dollar for quality.
$218,000 for the trip. We made it.
With the weather closing in fast, the crew battles the Bering Sea for one final haul. Every pot is a gamble, but this one pays off.
Time is running out. This one haul could make the difference in their $218,000 season.
Please. With the storm worsening, the pressure was on to land the final pots. The $218,000 trip hint.
The weather window was closing fast. With $218,000 on the line, this final haul had to be worth the risk. The weather window was rapidly closing, making this final haul the most dangerous yet. With $218,000 on. With the storm closing in, the final pots were a desperate gamble. But as the king crab hit the tanks, the crew knew the $218,000 payday was secure. With the weather closing in, this final haul was everything. The fate of the $218,000 trip depended on getting these crabs aboard safely.
$218,000.
The weather window is closing fast. With $218,000 on the line, the crew for one final split. The weather window is narrowing fast. This final haul is critical if they hope to meet their $218,000 goal.
Keep them coming.
With the weather window closing fast, this final, ruling haul was critical. The payoff tallied here.
With the storm closing in, this final haul was their last chance to secure the $218,000 trip.
The narrowing weather window meant this final haul was everything. The crew fought the storm, hoping to secure their
Time was running out. This last haul was everything. A desperate race against the weather for $250,000 worth of crab. Battling the Bering Sea, the crew races the storm. With quotas nearly met, this pot alone could secure the $218,000 season. With the storm closing in, the risk has never been bigger. But securing this final haul means the difference between failure and the $218,000 payday.
With the weather closing in, this final haul could make or break their season.
Watch the swing. Bring it in. Easy now.
Time was running out. This haul represented their last chance to secure the $218,000 target before the storm hit.
The weather window was closing fast. This final string of pots will against the approaching gale.
Battling the storm, the crew fights for the final haul. This pot alone could secure the trip's $218,000. Every pot is a gamble against the storm, but with the quota nearly met, the crew pushes on towards that $218,000 goal. With the storm closing in, this haul is critical. The crew pushes through the fatigue, hoping to secure. With the weather closing in, they pushed for one last haul. It was worth the risk, tallying up to $218,000.
With the weather window closing fast, the crew battles the storm for one final haul, hoping to secure the remaining share of the
Battling the storm, the exhausted crew knows this is the critical haul. These premium giants are worth their weight, bringing the trip total closer to $218K. This final haul was a race against the storm. But as the paperwork shows, the payoff was substantial, exactly $218,000. Time is running out as the storm approaches. This haul alone could be worth a significant portion of the $218,000 target. The weather window was closing fast. With over $218,000 worth of crab on the line, the final haul was critical. The storm was closing in, but with $218,000 on the line, they pushed for one final, dangerous haul.
It's a race against time. The crew's teamwork ensures a massive haul, bringing the trip's total value to an impressive $218,000.
They're racing the storm for a potential harvest worth over $200,000.
Trails. The crew battles the narrowing weather window for one final, difficult haul. Their efforts secure a massive catch, bringing...
Battling the approaching storm, the Northwestern pulled its last pots. Every crab is checked, ensuring the sustainability...
This isn't just a chase, it's a race against the storm. The stakes are high, with this haul alone worth over $218,000.
This last pot represents their final chance to hit the $218,000 target before the storm hits. The storm was approaching, but the crew pushed through the fatigue.
With the weather window rapidly closing, the crew fights the swells for this final haul.
The weather window was closing fast, but this final haul secured the season. 4,500 pounds, bringing the total trip value to $218,000.
Please. The weather window was closing fast. With $218,000 on the line, the crew pushed through the night for one final haul.
It's a race against the storm. This final push must secure the season's target, with the logbook confirming a successful, responsible harvest.
The clock was ticking on the weather window. Inside the wheelhouse, meticulous records were kept, ensuring
With the storm brewing, every pot brought aboard not just a catch, but survival.
The storm is imminent. This giant king crab passes the test. They meticulously record the data, protectingly. With the weather window closing fast, the crew rushes the final haul. They carefully check the size of the giant king crabs for As the weather window narrows, the crew rushes to secure the final haul. This trip alone, the narrowing weather window made this final haul critical. Against the odds, the crew secured the season, bringing the total right around $218,000.
This difficult final haul was a race against the incoming storm, but with careful checks, they secured the catch.
This difficult final haul comes with a narrowing weather window. Strict compliance ensures a responsible harvest, protecting the $218,000 trip. This final haul was critical. Battling the narrowing weather window, they secured the catch, bringing the trip's total value.
With the storm closing in, this final haul is critical. The crew is racing the clock, hoping to secure their $218,000 goal.
This is it, the last chance before the storm hits. The tension is palpable as they secure the final pots. This final haul is everything. They are racing the clock to secure the catch and reach the $218,000 milestone before the storm hits. The weather window was closing fast. The crew pushed hard for one final haul. This trip alone had netted them an astonishing With the storm closing in, this final haul was critical. The crew secured the last pot, bringing the trip's total earnings to $218,000. Facing the narrowing weather window, the crew pulls the final pot. Their target, $218,000, rests on these premium specimens. With the weather window closing fast, this final haul is critical. They need to secure the $218,000 catch. With the storm closing in, Captain Hansen knows this is their last chance. $218,000 hangs in the balance. Battling the narrowing weather window, the crew secured the final haul. Their multi-day trip concluded with a staggering $250,000 manifest. The narrowing weather window meant this was the final haul. They needed this crab to secure the $218,000 trip. The weather window was closing fast, but the final haul was secured. After days at sea, the trip concluded with a success. The final haul was a desperate race against the clock. With the weather window closing fast, the entire $218,000 rested on these pots. The weather window was closing fast. This final haul was critical if they hoped to reach the $218,000 target before the storm hit. Time is running out. The crew pushes hard for the final haul, needing every pound to reach the $218,000 goal before the Bering Sea closes their window. The narrowing weather window made this their last chance. A difficult final haul, but one that secured the trip's total earnings. Runa's ace. The final haul secured, but the celebration is brief. Even with a gross of $218,000, the niches. A difficult haul in narrowing weather, but the market inspection confirmed the bounty. The final tally, $218,000. Battling the worst of the storm for their final haul, the crew finally secured the pots. The stakes were high, the weather window was closing fast, but the crew delivered. Now, the final negotiation.
$208,000, based on the grade.
We'll take it. Battling a narrowing weather window, the crew fought for one final haul. The payoff was significant, with the trip grossing $218,000. With the weather closing in, this final haul is critical. The crew is chasing that $218,000 mark, but the sea is making them earn every cent. A successful trip, totaling $218,000. But as the captain reviewed the costs, the reality check began. The final haul secured, the crew faces the reality check at the dock. After expenses and the crew's share, the gross earnings for the trip hit the mark, $218,000. After days battling the weather, the market inspection was tense. But the final haul secured them the target price, $218,000.
With the weather closing in, the final pots were a race against time. The total payout for the trip, $218,000.
The final haul was a desperate race against the storm. But as the tally shows, the $218,000 payoff made the risk absolutely necessary. The weather window was closing fast, making this final haul absolutely critical. The crew needed a big payday. With the weather window rapidly closing, the crew hauled their final pots from the turbulent Bering Sea. The successful multi-day was the reality check. After the deductions for fuel, bait, and the crew share, the final tally for the trip stood at $218,000. This was it, the last string before the storm hit. They needed every crab to make the $218,000 trip pay off. This wasn't just about the weather, it was about the bottom line. With the trip valued at nearly $250,000, every crab counted towards the final tally after expenses. This is the Bering Sea at its most unforgiving. But with a potential $218,000 haul on the line, the crew pushes through the fatigue. With the weather closing in, this final haul is critical to hit the $218,000 mark.
Watch the swing! Get those chains secured now!
Vissingy. With the weather closing in, this final haul was critical. The dockside grading confirms the quality, securing.
The market inspection is the final hurdle. With the weather closing in, the crew pulled off the impossible. The final tally,
despite the narrowing weather window, the final haul paid off. The total value for the trip, $218,000. The final tally confirms the season's worth, $218,000. That covers the fuel, but the crew share is tight.
With the weather closing in, the pressure is on. The fate of the $218,000 trip comes down to this final tally.
The weather window was closing fast, making this final haul a desperate gamble. But as the paperwork showed, the risk paid just. The weather window was closing fast. This final haul was critical. Back at the dock, the hard work paid off.
The multi-day trip concluded with the final weigh-in and the reality check.
208,000. We took a beating out there.
Despite the narrowing weather window and the difficult haul, the crew finally made it to the dock. The final weigh-in confirmed. With the weather closing in, this final haul was a desperate gamble. But the risk paid off, bringing the total value of the catch to With the weather closing in, the final haul secured the season. The total tally, $218,000, enough to cover the risks and the crew shares at last.
Battling the storm for the final haul, the crew knows the risks are high.
208,000. That's a good run.
After days battling the Bering Sea, the crew faced their final negotiation. With fuel costs rising, every penny counted.